Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to work on a little project. It's a mini make. It's not going to take very long, hopefully, and it's going to be a ribbon. I don't know if you have anybody that has been battling cancer or has had cancer in the past, but there's many of these ribbons that are a color for a different type. I know the pink, everybody knows it's for breast cancer, and it's the one you see the most. Um, and there's also the multicolored one, which is usually like a big holographic glittery one. That's for MS or multiple sclerosis. My friend, she has that. And there's just so many different ones. I think I've got written up here at the top that the liver cancer is emerald or jade green. Um, and I don't have a light purple, but it says a purple is for all cancers or for uncommon cancers. I do have a list somewhere that's got all these on it. It's probably in my computer. But I used to do these bracelets way back when, and I got all these off of eBay, and it's been a long while because when I was working at Walmart, I was making some of these bracelets for them to sell for a coworker that had cancer. She had like a lung cancer, I believe, and they were collecting the money up and making uh, giving her the cash for anything she might need to pay bills, anything like that. So this is my idea. I've got stuff scribbled on this one, so I probably need that. But this is what it ends up being. We're going to make a little ribbon. And I don't know when or how I made this up. I think it was a scrap piece of paper, and it was somehow I just folded it, and boom. So I've got a piece of copy paper here because I'm not sure that I wanted on something heavy duty as yet for the folding, because we're going to put some pink glitter on it. Gotta glitter it up, you know. Well, I have this piece of paper, and it it measures at 3 inches wide. So we're going to measure it right here. And then it's a 8.5, of course, tall. And then we're going to cut that out. Of course, I'm always having to reach for something. We're going to cut that out, and then we'll go from there. Oh, well, that's my decal cut. Don't want that. Oh, yep, it was right over here. All right, so we want to cut this out, and we'll come up with the next scenario. I was trying to think of the easiest way to show you how to make this, and you know, it's always a lot to it when it has to do with me. Okay, our next thing to do is we got to measure over 7/8 of an inch, and that's going to be on either end. So 7/8 is right there, and then down here 7/8, and then we come down 4 3/8. 4 and 1 2 3 3/8, and then from the bottom it's actually just 4. I don't know how that got changed around. But it looks like it's about even. I don't know. Um, yeah, it is. Okay. And then there is a 3/8 difference. This is actually probably just right in the middle. Yep, they're matching up. We're just going to draw a line there. And then we want to make a 3/8 inch difference in the two, like maybe right there. So we're going to draw that across. And that's the little part that's going to flip over. That's right there. And then I think we want to measure the 7/8 wide. We've got that on this side, but not the other. So let's draw that down here. And we'll come across at 7/8. here. I know I've got the wrong end of the ruler, but it's about the same. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. I think I can draw a straight line from this angle. All right. Now, the corners, at each corner, you can do them however you want. You can make a perfect triangle. I don't think it'll matter at the end. So, and then here we need a, it's not a very big difference. It's like 1/4 of an inch between, and goodness, I didn't take into all that. Okay, well, we're just going to do a little crazy kind of triangle here as well, and on this side. But it's about 1/4 of an inch right here between this line and that line. So that's what we're going with. And we're just going to do that. So now we're going to cut it out. And if you wanted to put several of these on a page, you may be putting it on an 8.5 by 11 this way. And then you can kind of stagger them. Like have the next one maybe here. And then the next one here. And next one here. Like that. In case you want to do a multiple batch of them. That's to say, if you will. But that's just to give you an idea. And then we're going to just get in here. And I'm not going to ink these babies up as yet. We are going to cut it out first. Did I go all the way across? And yeah, I had so many bead making things. I still have them. And at that point, I hadn't been doing anything with them for a couple years. So they asked me if I had anything I could bring in. And I said, well, yeah, do you think anybody will buy some jewelry, any bracelets? And she goes, oh, yeah, let me try that. I sold $500 worth of bracelets. I'm telling you, it was a lot. I was so surprised. I even had people, you know, grabbing them and going back there right and left to try to see what I had out next. And there's this one lady, and she just worried me about, and then all you have to do is about right in the center, or just closely in the center, you're going to fold it. And depending on how big of a fold you want, I mean, do this with big tails, or you can do it more shallowly, like they usually are, and have it like that. If you don't like how wide the pieces here, the tails are, you don't have to have them that wide. But we're going to go ahead and glue this just so it's all together. But yeah, I had this one lady, I don't know if she just didn't have the money or something to pay for it. We got paid every 2 weeks. And she had this particular one she was just wanting so bad, but she couldn't get it that week. And usually they didn't need to see me about them. They saw our claims clerk, because she's the one that was selling them out of her room back there, cage, whatever you want to call it. She was in a cage. So I said, I'm sorry. I said, if you don't get that particular one, I said, I don't have any more. I bought these things long ago, and in some cases you didn't have more than one bag of that particular bead. Now I can see right now, and it'll probably worry me, that this angle here is not the same as this angle. And on this one, they're more straight up and down. So let's fix that. I mean, you can always get in here and fix it after the fact. So I'm going to just do that. I'm going to just cut it straight up and down. Like that. Yep, that works for me. I've got one of those eyes that if it doesn't exactly work right, it worries me. So I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to try glue stick and see if I can get this glitter to stick to this wonderful little glue stick I've been using lately. It's the Tebow, or Tombow. I always call it Tim Tebow. But yeah, I want to try that and see how it works. I should have not did that on top of there, but that's okay. How about this? Oh, and that's the only problem. You get a little bit of... How do you take the lid off? Do you take the lid off? I'm not exactly sure how you work this. Here, let me get in there with this little guy. Let's see if I can pull it out. I should have prepped this beforehand. I'm sorry. Alright. That'll work. Is that the that's not the sprinkle. We want the sprinkle. Alright, let's see how this works. Now, if you have any marks on your page, you may want to fix that before you start gluing. And if you don't have glitter or don't like glitter, there's quite a few of you that don't like glitter, you can actually get in here with a marker. You may not have a pink marker, but you may have a colored pencil. Paint is another great source, but you may want to get a stronger one. That's the only thing. You may want to have this on a piece of, like, maybe thinner cardstock paper or something along those lines, because this may not work with, or if you use paint, I don't think a copy paper would be strong enough. But there you go. I have a few holes, which I can go back over this again with it, or if I really had pink paint, that's the way I would have went. But usually your ribbons are glittery. So I don't know if you can see it that well. There we go. You see the little glitter shining off of it? It's a baby pink. It's not exactly a pink. But I hope you got a good idea from this. I mean, if you're doing any cards for anybody that might be, ill with a type of cancer, you can usually look up and see what that ribbon color would be for that cancer and be able to fix them up like a get well card, a thinking of you card, something along those lines. All right, well, I thank you very much. Everybody have a great day. See you again soon. Bye-bye.